Okay, kind of funny. I forgot to do my history notes at the end of this, so I'm going to have to add part two today. So, for our history notes, I'm going to go back. I wanted to just point out, so I'm just, for this one, I'm not really writing. I mean, this is a nonfiction story, or a fictional story. So I am going to be writing just about some of the things that he tells his grandma and the things I found fascinating. And, I'm going to do a little table so you can see what I'm talking about. So for today, I'm going to put week 5, day 1. And letters from Hillside Farm. Oops. And that's the title, so it's spelled correctly, capitalized, and now underlined. So that's how you would do a title for a book. Now, on this one, I'm actually going to show you guys how we could talk about comparing and contrasting these two characters. So we do not have to have complete sentences for a table. So we're going to do George on this side, and we're going to do Grandma on this side. And we are going to do let's do an easier way to say this or do this is, let's just do a T-chart. So, George, he first, they have out houses. And Grandma said, so when she was a girl, and this is Gert, no, girl. So I'm going to put that part there. So she's talking about when she was a girl, and George is talking about same age as Grandma. Gma. Okay, so they had outhouses. Here they have glass windows. And here, oops, that's supposed to be 1. Here they had cloth windows. Did he say he did oil? Did she say they put oil on them? I think that's what she said, to make it last longer. Or did they put... Oh, right there. We had white muslin over the window frame and oiled the cloth. White cloth with oil. 3. So they both had outhouses. They have windows, but they were different kinds of windows. There's no electricity. And so just a lot of the times kids will be like, I don't know how to spell electricity. If you just read about it, just go back and look for it. And then use it and spell it correctly. Oops. Electricity. He talked about how many rooms, and they only had 1 room. And my last thing. The one thing that she talked about is, I thought that was interesting, was she said that they had beds stuffed with corn shucks. He mentioned, I'd have to grab, I don't have, oh, I do. Let me grab my book. Maybe. I don't have my book in here. Oh, there it is. He talked about in his place, this is the actual books, the Letters from Hillside Farm. He talks about his house and how they had a wood pile. Pa says that he was going to have to be getting the wood. They had outdoor toilets. And he wrote another letter. He talked about the schoolhouse. She hasn't talked about the schoolhouse yet. And he talked about his grandma. I think he just mentions that they have, as far as, I was thinking, did he talk about, how, he talks about how it doesn't smell good. Oh, no running water. He says, there's no faucets. I asked Pa if we had running water. He said, sure, we have running water. Just go out to the pump house, pump a pail full, and then run back to the house. He laughed. I didn't think it was very funny. So she talked about not having running water. Oh, the beds. Beds of corn shucks. And she talked about how where did she say that? She says right here, mattresses stuffed with corn shucks on the other end. So they didn't have like springs or foam. I can't imagine that would be very uncomfortable. Corn shucks. Wonder if that's comfortable or how hard. And then he talked about in his, which was a little bit different, that no running water. I don't think she had running water either, because she just said it wasn't a house but a log cabin. They put it together and they had one big fireplace at one end and a bed. They don't talk about having any water even inside. I don't know if she would have to do dishes outside or how that would work there. So she doesn't really add or talk about that. She just talked about how they didn't have glass because glass was too expensive. So, all right. So that's my work for history, part 2.